everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Happy to Monday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So, as you guys know, we got some action. We got some crazy, unexpected action. Well, I feel like I expected it, but you guys didn't. Guys, you don't even know what's happening right now. Well, we're going to get into it, guys. It is not as exciting for me, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Not figure-wise, but product-wise, okay? Product-wise. Not figure-wise, product-wise. Remember that I'm being very specific about my wording because it is specific to what I'm going to get into. Guys, there's 17 of you guys in here already. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Let's start the stream properly. And also, I want to make something very clear. For the people who watch after the stream is over, that does not mean you are excluded from hitting the like button, okay? If you watch my stream and you purposely choose to not hit the like button, you are being purposely malicious. And the karma that you will get is not going to be fun because you're purposely being malicious. So if you're going to watch, hit the like button. It is very simple. Now, if you're going to be malicious on purpose, just know that karma, bad karma at that, because remember, you're being malicious. So just know that bad karma is coming your way if you're watching and purposely not hitting the like button. You've been warned. It is not my law. It is the law of the land. Let's see who's in here. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. There's 23 of you guys in here already. Please don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's say hello to you guys, and then we'll get started right away because it's gonna get juicy, guys. So we got Exotic in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you. Where have you been?
Hello!
I feel like I haven't seen you. How are you? How are you, my friend? Welcome. Dark who? Don't be racist. Unbelievable. We got Lou.
I'm doing.
What up, my positive and creative collectors? Keep faith. Sith Annie is coming. The glass is always full. Guys, this is why you don't listen to garlic chips in this community, okay? This guy's been saying this for over a week now, okay? But as usual...
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Luch, we got Bao. Where's Bao?
How you doing?
Says, okay, which one of you don't put the sixth kitty? What's the sixth kitty? The sixth kitty. I don't get it. What's the sixth kitty? Oh, wait. I don't know. I don't know what you mean, Babo. Tell me what you mean. We got Michael in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Hello!
Welcome. We got Ron E. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
Guys, just be aware. I have a feeling. I hope I'm wrong, Ron. But I have a feeling this is a burner. This is a burner, guys. I've been doing my research, and I think it's a burner. So far, Ron, you've been perfectly fine. So it's okay. Hopefully we stay on the good side. We got two.
I'm doing.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Yes, guys, hit that like button. We should have 22 likes. How many likes do we have? Thule already. Please keep track of them for me before we get started because we have to start off the stream, right? Like I said, if you're here and you're maliciously not hitting the like button, you will get bad karma because you're being malicious. It is that simple. You do bad to others, it'll come right back to you. It is not my law. It is not my rule. That's how life works. So if it bothers you hitting the like button, guess what? You don't belong here. It is that simple. It is that simple. So you're not here to support, please step away from your screen. Stop staring at my beautiful face. Leo, my friend, welcome. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We got Chris. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, welcome. How are you? We got Rob. Look at you. Where have you been? Oh, I noticed what you do.
I'm
You appear when it's Star Wars. I'm noticing now. I am noticing how you operate. I see you. Thanks for the support. Unbelievable. Peasants be warned. Hey, I say it every week. Literally every week, every stream at that. If you're not here to support and it bothers you to hit the like button, you're being malicious. You're watching being malicious. Therefore, bad karma will come your way because you're being malicious. It is that simple. I don't make the rules. So, if you're not here to support, this is not for you. Clearly not for you. Hit the like. How many likes? How many likes? We got Harold. How are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Harold, where have you been? I feel like you've been MIA. How come you've been disappeared? You've been disappeared. Disappeared-ing. Disappeared-ing. Garlic chips. Yo, it's crazy. I will never understand. It's like, why you gotta be here, be malicious? I'd rather you not be here and go be a positive person elsewhere than sit here being malicious, staring at me. I'd rather that all day long. Let's see. 15 like no, we got 30 watching. Guys, come on, we need 30 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like. We got a super chat from Mad Planet, my friend. Thank you so much. He says, hello, FabsFigures in chat. Happy Tuesday. Well, it's Monday, my friend. unless you're in the future in Australia, maybe. So thank you anyway. But just wanted to be clear because I was like, maybe he got confused that because I stream on Tuesdays, but it is Monday, but maybe you are. Where you are is already Tuesday. So thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. And this is for you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. We got Big Rib in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Hello!
Welcome, welcome. Imperfect Collector. Welcome, welcome.
Hello!
Welcome, welcome. Let's see. We got 15 likes. All right. We're going to have to wait. Oh, we got 18 likes. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Guys, we got 31 watching. Please hit the like button as you come in. Gerardo in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Yay, one of my major wish list figures is announced. Absolutely picking Nihilus. Oh, we're going to get into it. Gerardo. Don't go too far away. Burners better not be start. Burner. No, that's the it's not. They don't start anything. They're hate watching, not supporting, and I just don't want them around me. So if you're watching this and you're not hitting the like button because you're being malicious, your karma is going to be real bad. So either hit the like button or just step away from the stream. It's very simple. I don't ask for much. All I ask is for your little bit of support. And if you're not here to support, again, why are you here? It is so simple. You know, very simple. So we should be at 30 likes already, guys. Let me know how many likes we're at already. Please, somebody keep track of the likes for me. We got Ash in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see. We got Nathan. Oh my god, this guy came back from retirement. Welcome back. That Palpatine talk about a figure that you need two of. We're gonna get into that, Nathan. Take it easy. Let me see. Tens. Tuli. That is correct, Tuli. That is correct. 10 roaches. Okay? 10 roaches. Don't tell me what to do, but what I have to. Hey, I don't tell anybody what to do. If you're here to support the channel. And you support by hitting the like button. If you don't want to hit the like button, that's okay. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. But do not be around me. Do not come near me. Do not watch me. Okay? If you're not being going to be supportive of the channel, I don't need you around me. I'm not telling you what to do. I am not telling you what to do. Just don't come get entertained by me without being supportive. That's my only issue. It's that simple. It's very simple. But I don't tell anybody what to do. Not a bird. All right. All right. I hope not. I hope not. Living. I figured. I think I knew that, but I forgot. So that's why I said, wait a minute. I just picked up a Sideshow Bomb Squad clone. One of my personal grails is freaking amazing. Harold, if you don't like it, send it to me. I'll make sure I'll check it out for you. We got Big Dog in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Woo! Burners could only mean one thing. Lurking Luch. We got tech supporters back. How are you? Karma is a potent reminder that justice is always in the works, even if it seems low. This is why I just let the universe take over. You guys want to come in here be malicious? You're gonna get it. It's that simple. I don't have to wish anybody anything. I don't have to say, oh, this is good. No, it's just what it is. If you're a malicious person, especially in a place where you're being malicious where you're not wanted anyway. If you're here to support, hitting the like button should not hurt your feelings. But if you're malicious, your karma will be swift. Remember that. That is life. Thank you, tech support, for your knowledge and your wisdom. He said, I love garlic on my Italian food. Unbelievable. Fresh out. Selfish. Typical Harold. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Okay. I am not shocked or surprised. All right. How many likes, guys, so we can get started? We should be at 29, at least 29. Let me know so we can get started, guys. Let's see who's going to get bad karma and who's here to support. We're going to find this out real quickly. We're going to see we're going to see whose limbs are going to be missing or who's going to be having a good stream night. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we're down to 27 watching. Thank you, roaches, for scattering. Scatter like the roach that you are. He's like, who hurt you? Nobody hurts me ever. Just being more clear, okay? Because, again, it's the same thing every day. And guess what? It's the same roaches every stream. That's why I have to be repetitive. So it's not like somebody hurt my feelings, Ash. Maybe your king hurt your feelings every day. Oh, man. Your king is in charge, Ash. Come on, guys. We got 29 back. Now we're back to 27. Let's go. We should be. See how they go in and out? This is what they do. It's a joke. They're disgusting. They're disgusting human beings. Okay, who does that? Who goes in and out? Like, get away from me. Get away from me. We should be at 27 likes right now. Seriously, Michael. Seriously. Unbelievable. Why? Like, I don't like, why be here? Why be here wasting your life being malicious? I don't understand. I will never understand. I will never understand. Yeah. Ah, why be malicious when you could be doing something else with your life? How many likes, guys? Somebody tell me how many likes. We should be at 27 at least. We should be at 27. 27. I am in and out for a reason. I don't feel. Oh, no. Ash, what's wrong? Did your king hurt you? Oh, man. Ash, stop playing with my emotions being in and out of my stream, okay? You're giving me a false reading on viewers. You give me a false reading on loyal viewers, okay, Ash? Oh my God, Barry's back from retirement. I finally got to him. Told him, hey, stop with the SH Figures. And he was like, nah, man, I can't. It's like an addiction. You'll never understand. And I was like, no. I said, but you need to stop. And he's like, no. He's like, I'm just going to stop watching your channel instead because I can't stop this SH Figure stuff. And then he's like, I say, well, you're still, welcome on my channel. He's like, no. He's like, take your channel and shove it. I was like, wait a minute. All right, 26 likes, 25. Oh, thank you. Here we go. 20. There we go. Thank you, guys. Was that so difficult? My goodness. I can't believe it takes 20 minutes. 20 minutes every stream. And like I said, the ones who watch after the fact, you are not excluded for everything I say on stream. If you're being negative and you're being malicious, your karma will be swift. You heard it here first. So, as somebody mentioned, right, we got Darth Nihilus. Again, I know nothing about this character, but it is obviously a very, very popular character, apparently. To me, this is considered underground because it's not something that is mainstream by any means, right? As you can see, this is very different. This to me looks like a Darth Maul-ish type figure, which is very, very different. This to me looks like a Red Skull from Infinity War and Endgame, right? With the cloak and the floating cloak and the and that look, that style of look, the old dark. As you can see, you got a little bit of suit here, that Darth Vader-ish suit, which again, this figure is very, very simple, very, very plain. Very, very blah. Again, very sexy, but it's just plain overall, nothing fancy. There's no armor. There's nothing intricate about it. There's nothing, oh my God, look, there's detail. There's little, buttons here and there's little clips here. Nothing. This is a bare bones figure for you. Okay. I didn't even know that. Thank you. I didn't even know. But you never say anything, so I don't know. So, again, very basic, not much to it. As you can see, not even the gloves have much going on. We'll be back with this picture in a second. Let's just go over everything. But again, here is Star Killer. But look, it's literally all cloth. The entire, again, it could be 100% accurate to wherever they're getting this from. It's a VGM, so whatever video game this is from. But again, this is strictly cloth. It's already up for pre-order. It is $260, I believe, $265 on Sideshow already. Mine is pre-ordered. So very basic, as you can see. You got hands, which most likely we've gotten with another figure before. Lightning effects, again, all they did most likely is paint them a different color, because I can guarantee you these are the same exact effects that we got with the Flash figure, the CW Flash figure, right? Or something that we already got before. This is nothing new. The base, nothing new. Lightsaber hilt, most likely, if he has a specific design to his character. Obviously, that has to be made custom for him. But lightsaber effect, right? The red, we've gotten a billion times by now, so I can guarantee you that's not new. So the point of this figure, the one thing that I'm going to point out regarding this figure and regarding Darth Revan, regarding Starkiller, Hot Toys, and again, and I'm telling you this because I have both figures. Literally just did the video for Darth Revan. It's already out. Starkiller, I did it the following day, but it's still ready to drop. It's just sitting uploaded. So I can tell you the figures are 100% exactly the same body. That's why they do the same exact thing when it comes to articulation. And as far as the movement of the legs go, it's a very, very mild squat. And I'm going to show you what I mean. And this is how I could tell you that it's the same body. Because every figure that I just mentioned, which is Starkiller, Darth Revan, and this is as far as they go with articulation. Let me see if I get a clear picture. See, they don't show you much in the legs because, see, here they block everything that the legs do because it's not much. For those who have Darth Revan in hand, you'll know that if you go try to make it pose, whatever pose you try to do, but if you try to make a squat, it is limited. The thigh does not raise after a certain point for whatever reason, right? That happens with, again, Darth Revan, Lord Starkiller. Why? Same exact body. So what are they doing? They created a specific body, because I can guarantee you those bodies were made specifically for this entire line of figures that they're doing, which is what? Now they're adding Nihilus to the line. So you got Revan from Legends. You got Starkiller from Legends. You got Nihilus from Legends. 99.9% they're using the exact same body, because 2 out of the 3 already do the same exact thing, which is they don't move by at the thighs much. Let me see what you guys are saying real quickly. 32 watching. There's 39 of you guys watching. Hit that like button. We should have 39 likes already. Somebody keep track of the likes for me, please. We should be caught up. Now we got 40 watching. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please, please, please hit that like button if you haven't yet, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see where you guys are at. There you go. Joe, my friend, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Hello!
Guys, there's 40 of you guys in there. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here as well. We got Christian. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else. We got Curtis Booth. Welcome. First time here. How are
Hello!
Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. We got Matt. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing!
This Nihilus, any Kotor figure I'll get. Yeah, see, like I said, I don't know anything about the character. To me, it's a sexy looking character, very basic overall, like I mentioned, but it looks very mean. It looks kind of creepy, kind of scary. So it is a must. Obviously, like I said, I pre-ordered it already, and I know nothing about the character whatsoever. But again, I can tell you it's going to be the most basic thing in the world. You just saw it. And articulation-wise also. 40 I know we were waiting. We got 42 watts, and we should be at least 40 likes. I am Legend. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Welcome, welcome. Let's see. We got to catch up on the likes. We should have 42 likes, guys. Let me know how many likes we got. Somebody keep track of the likes for me, please. Alexander, welcome. First time here. Nice.
I'm doing!
Doesn't mention if undersuit is nylon. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because either way, it is a basic figure, and I can guarantee you most likely they're not going to go fancy with any of that material, right? They did do it for Star-Lord, which again, this entire line of Legends, excluding Darth Malgus, which I believe he was also labeled or branded Legends. Maybe not, but if he was, it is obviously not the same body. But these three, 100% the exact same body. Barry says it's probably going to release early, just like the Killer and Revan. Correct. Again, it's a very basic thing. This figure is all head sculpt. That's it. The suit under, like I said, it could be the exact same thing as Star Killer, right? It is that same style of look that maybe they use for Moff Gideon 2.0, right? Same exact look, right? It's that Darth Vader-ish look, but not quite that exact stitching on the material, so it looks different, but it's that same, dark black puffy looking material, which is what this is, as you can see. So these figures are most likely ready to drop, or at least they're not going to take long. It is not a head sculpt that they need permission from, right? It is a mask on a completely black face, right? So this is the most basic, the most easily made head sculpt that they've ever most likely made, besides a printed, helmet, stormtrooper, whatever. So these are like Barry's saying, he's most likely correct. They're most likely, see, here's the suit. So we've gotten this suit a billion times already. So it is reused a billion times already. It is going to be reused for this figure again. And there is your figure coming out, sooner than expected. The cloak is nothing new. The cloak is, we've gotten a billion cloaks with, how many figures? So it's going to be one of those figures that is going to be 1, 2, 3, Black Thompson, let's go with some Joe. This is a perfect body for a Manny Jacinto head sculpt to create a pretty cool career to just a thought. Gerardo says, don't care if it's the same body. It's about the character. No, 100%. I'm just saying, I'm pointing out how Hot Toys reuses. Again, it's nothing new, but for those who don't have the figure, so they know what to expect. Because, again, I have the two already. This is the same line. Again, just looking at the pictures, this one specifically, look at that. Look at the thigh articulation. It's not much there. So they're using the same body over and over and over for this specific line, because guess what? They don't need these figures to do much anyway, right? So they could get away with the figure articulating, barely anything at the bottom, because all you need is the arms to do this for a lightsaber. That's it. That's all they count on. You know what I mean? As long as the figure bends the knees, right, to give it some type of motion effect, the figure will be perfectly fine in their eyes. And guess what? Because of the type of character that they use these bodies on, which to me are shit bodies, because again, they're limited when it comes to basic articulation at that, they know that they're going to make a killing, because they know that the characters that they're going to attach to those bodies are characters that specifically Star Wars fans love. Like, look at Gerardo's comment. Don't care if it's the same body. He don't care if the body comes broken. He's getting that figure because of the character. Has nothing to do with, he don't care about Hot Toys right now. He all he cares about is the character. And that's what Hot Toys counts on. So people can complain and people can cry when it's convenient, and they can boast when it's convenient. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So like I said, every angle of this, so this is what I was getting at. So this, I'm assuming everybody knows. For those who don't know, this is his name is Altair from Assassin's Creed. No, I'm kidding. So this is, can you imagine? This is a different look to Revan, right? This is a different style of Revan, which, as you can see, is here, right? This is again, I would have never known this. This is, shout out to William. He sent me this. So as you can see, they're teasing this already because it is already in the works, because again, they are going to milk the hell out of that body. The fact that, it's going to look exactly like the Revan that we already got, maybe slightly different paint application, right? As you can see them side by side, it looks like they're exactly the same, just a different outfit. They're going to capitalize on that body again. So now we're going to be on our fourth figure reusing one body. So that's where I was getting at, right? They're going to milk the hell out again, because who's not getting this style of Revan? Somebody please in the chat. I'm not going to continue until you guys tell me who is not getting this Revan, and tell me why you're not getting it. Because I can guarantee you most people will go for the variant. People who may dislike variants, who may not be into variants, are going for the variant of Revan. Remember this conversation. Matt says, this was obvious since he has a mask. Malgus was done by Sideshow and rehashed by Hot Toys. We'll see if they do a new skull for a character from comics or games like Mara Jade, Darth Malak. Yeah, Hot Toys, Sideshow has been doing this for many years. We've known this forever. We've talked about it. I bring it up. I brought it up for years already. More specifically from the moment that Grievous was announced, I told you guys from that day that Sideshow, Hot Toys was getting into everything Sideshow was, had done already, and here we are. They're already Captain, Commander Wolf. They're doing stuff like that now. They're doing Neo, right? Neo, Sideshow did Neo years ago. So yes, you're correct, but it's nothing new. Neither. Hell no. What do you mean neither? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a non-collector answer right there. I'm not. I have my reasons. No. Obviously, I'm talking about Star Wars fans, Star Wars collectors, not somebody who doesn't care for Star Wars. Obviously, they're not getting it. Big Rip says, I'm good without the lights. Oh, really? I already have the first Revan, so I need the variant as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, especially of Revan. I understand any other variant. I get it. But Revan, and the fact that the contrast of it, you get the dark one and you get the light one, man, I don't think so. Not sure where this look for Revan came from, but I'll pass. Not from the game, but probably from a Hasbro rehab. Oh, see, that I wouldn't know. That I wouldn't know because I don't own any Hasbro anything. Too deep for my Star Wars fandom. That's what I'm saying. To me, this is very underground because I don't know where this is from, where this appeared. I don't know this person from a hole in the wall. That's why I said to me, this is underground. This is not your standard, OT or your more common stuff. No, not at all. And I know that because again, I'm not very familiar with the character whatsoever. But I know that the character is a meaningful character in the Star Wars world. That's why I would never miss out on the figure, As says, I am not. Where's Gambit? This guy. Oh my God. Living the dream, Joe. Absolutely getting Jedi Knight Revan. See? Jedi Knight Revan. That's the actual name. I forgot. Sorry, guys, if I disappointed you with calling him the White Revan. Not being xenophobic, just looking at the color of the robe. Just as I collect real Star Wars. Oh my God!
Never disrespect me.
Oh my God! Money grabber. Geez, Joe, I'm going to make this very clear, and I want to make this very clear live right now in front of all these people. Make sure you hit the like button. There's 40 watching right now. How many likes do we have, guys? Make sure we're at least at 40, please. I don't want to hear, Joe. I don't want to get a message from you regarding this figure in 4 years, okay? Of course I do. Real figure. This guy. Also, getting Jedi Revan. Hot Toys got me good, these legend figures, because they're all some of my favorite. Yep. No, and I'm telling you, and they're going to sell them. They're going to sell them. They might not sell out immediately, but they're going to sell them. You better believe it. You better believe it. Fab, you think this week is done with Star Wars? Absolutely. We didn't even get started yet. But then again, we have the whole week. And remember, Celebration apparently starts the 1st. What is it? The 1st till the 4th, right? So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're starting Monday already, so we'll see. I don't think they're done by any means, but again, who knows, right? Again, it's only Monday. It's only Monday. We have an entire week, so we'll see. We will see. Guys, there's 43 watching. We should have 43 likes. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. If you just came in, hit that like button, please, 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 and thank you. Not getting this cat either. He is a cool character, but not getting him. Yeah, Christian usually doesn't collect, guys, so don't worry about that response. 34 likes. Guys, we should be at 40 likes at least. Please hit the like button. I'll wait for you guys to hit that like button and get to 40. Thule or Joe, please let me know when we get to 40. We got 42 watching. We should be no problem getting to at least 40 in 2 seconds. Let's see. May the force be with our peasant wallets. For real. Do you think cause hot toys are dropping so much fire, May 4th won't be as much Deadpool for me? No, I mean, the thing is with hot toys, you never know, and you should always just be expecting anything and everything. Who expected Nihilus now? Nobody. That's the point. You know what I mean? They come out of left field with anything. That's why you can't call figures, like that. Like I would have never named this because I don't even know about it, But if I would have known about it, I could have probably said, hey, there's a chance that because this figure was in this video game, blah, blah, blah. But because I didn't play the video game, I played The Force Unleashed, the first one, and that was it, And I don't even remember anything from it. And I don't even think I beat it. So 36 likes. All right, we'll wait for 40, guys. Let me know when we get to 40. As soon as we get to 40. Let's get to 40. Let's get to 40. Oh, dropping like roaches. Goodbye, you cockroaches. All right, we need 2 more. We need 2 more likes. Let me know. Let me know when we get to 38. Thule or Joe, please, because there's 2 lingering. There's 2 lingering right now. Let's see. 30. Oh, we got 1 more. 1 more. We need 1 more. 1 more. 37. We need 1 more. We got 38 watching. Anyone that hasn't played Rotar games, you need to play so good. Let's see how many. 37. We need 1 more. 1 more like, and we will be even. We need 2 more likes now. 2 more likes. We need 2 more likes. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. Remember, if you're here being malicious, this is not for you. This is not for you. 38, it was me. Oh my God, Ernesto, what a roach. What a roach. There's 39 though. Hit the like button. Whoever hasn't hit the like button, hit the like button. So, like I said, don't expect much from the figure, regarding the body, because like I said, it's not going to do much. The upper portion of the body is perfectly fine. You're going to see. You're going to be able to bend the elbow, no problem, obviously. You're going to be able to get your basic poses out of it. See, everything is upper body. Here is a barely any knee bending. Obviously, you get some torso twist. You get a wired cape, as you can see, which is necessary to give this thing some life. And then you get the effects, the electric effects, which again, to me, they look kind of blah. They're kind of cheap looking. I'm not excited for any of it. I most likely will never use them anyway because they don't even look great. They look like they went back to those cheap ones, that rubbery ones. See, they don't even. This is when you know when the figure's cheap. Also, guys, look at what they did. Right, so you have the lightning effect intertwined within the fingers. Right? Why is this cheap? The reason this is cheap is because if you pay attention, for those who own Palpatine from Clone Wars and who have seen Darth Sidious from Revenge of the Sith, the figure that's not out yet, but that is coming, not the one we're talking about later on, the one that's already out for pre-order that's probably coming soon, right? What do they do to the lighting effects? They blended them into the fingers to make it one piece. That is a fancier figure. That is a better figure. That is a better quality figure. That is a more professional figure. That is an overall better figure because they spent more time on that figure or on those figures to give you a more professional, a more natural, a more accurate effect, which is the lightning literally coming out of the fingers. That's what we should be getting. They already did it. So what is the problem with repainting? Or obviously this is not a hand like with Palpatine. So what's the problem? It's going to be more work for them to now go engineer that or design that into a glove, which can they do it? Absolutely. But it takes time and it takes money. So what do they do instead? They go the cheap way. They take a shortcut and give us this garbage. That's why I can tell you these figures are all very cheap. I said it from the moment I saw Revan's hood alone. We should not be getting hoods like that in 2025. It is that simple. And I just actually put out the video a couple days ago. And what did I say? It's actually better than what I thought just from seeing pictures. It's way better. It's still very crappy. So that's what I mean. We should not be getting stuff like that in 2025, paying $265, $285. Absolutely not. But this is the game. So we can complain about this all day long. Bob brought up a good point earlier today. You know, he said that Hot Toys, you know, pretty much they don't care. You know, they don't give a shit about, you know, what they're doing. They're just putting out, which he's 100% correct. Hot Toys doesn't care. They don't care about our opinion. They don't care about us telling them what to do regarding whatever product they're going to do. He's 100% correct. They don't give a shit about what we think. And the whole topic was the Anakin eyes. That I said, you know, people all of a sudden are seeing that the eyes for some reason look more yellow on the Anakin. I can guarantee you they're not. You know, what do? They made Darth Maul's eyes and they reuse the eyes as many times as they're gonna. Same thing with this body. This body's gonna get reused over and over and over, and they're gonna make that money every single time because that's the business as a company. So if you can't look at it that way, you will always be upset about what Hot Toys is making figure related. Because they go hand in hand. So if you can't understand it and if you can't process it and if you can't realize it, you will be very miserable collecting Hot Toys for as long as you think you're going to be collecting Hot Toys. It is that simple. Because as a company there, and this is the same conversation we had last weekend with Mike, because it's a valid conversation. It's a valid argument. There's nothing wrong with feeling like, yo, they're doing the same stuff up, because to a certain extent they are. But at the same token, they're not forcing you to buy anything. So complain all you want. But how you really complain is by not buying. It's that simple. You don't like it, you don't buy it. Because guess what? What causes change? When they notice, look, nobody pre-ordered. Guess what? We got to cancel the project because nobody pre-ordered. So if you want change, guess what? Speak with your money. Words works when certain things need to get adjusted, when everybody, you know, most people are okay with the figure as a prototype, and then things need to be tweaked. That's when complaining about, you know, specific things comes in handy when the prototype is shown. Right after the fact, doesn't matter. You know, so if you're going to complain when the prototype is out. So Hot Toys has a chance to fix whatever it is that the complaint is. Right. And if, let's say, right, which I can guarantee you most likely is not the case, but let's say that the new pictures of the dark side Anakin that are being shown, you know, Hot Toys decided to create, right, to recreate a new set of eyes, which I can, again, guarantee you they're not. They won't, they can't. And I'm going to tell you guys why. The moment, because I can tell you this is what could have happened, right? People started going in at Hot Toys, regarding the eyes, right? They used Darth Maul's eyes for the dark side Anakin when everybody, mentioned that the hardcore fans at least were on top of that immediately, and we're talking about, the eyes should be more yellow, blah, blah, blah. Guarantee you, obviously, Hot Toys saw all these comments, all these complaints, all the criticism on their post. What Hot Toys can do, again, I'm not saying that this is what they did, but what they can do is create a pair of eyes more movie accurate, right? To, I guess, show the people complaining about the eyes, is this what you meant? Right? They can do that all day long. So they could have done that for the images of, the Palpatine figure that just was announced today. They could have done that, right? They could have done that 100% to make it seem like, oh, look, the dark side Anakin's eyes are better. Or even worse, what Luch is talking about, because Luch he keeps talking about there is a sculpted Anakin coming. I don't know. It's going to crawl out of his ass probably, because I don't know where he's getting this from. But he keeps talking about, oh, look, they're changing Anakin in the picture, so that must mean that there's a sculpted version coming. Absolutely not, right? But like I said, let's say they decided to do that. Let's say they did that. Let's say they changed the eyes just for the picture, which, again, they can do it. Just like they changed Princess Leia from her original version. They modded her up, they kit bashed her up, and they gave us the Escape Leia from Chewbacca pictures, right? So they can do whatever they want. The reason they can't do that, okay, is because it'll create a huge problem for themselves. Because what happens if they decide to show you better eyes for the dark side Anakin that right now, it's not even fully released, but right now it's already going for over $1,200. They're already tweaking the figure that just came out. So the figure would already be considered inaccurate as soon as it's out, which to a certain extent it is, according to, people who want the yellow eyes. So you're already tweaking a figure that's not even fully out yet. You're already making it more movie accurate. People would lose their minds. Another problem. Then you would have to do that to Palpatine. You would have to use the same eyes, those same yellow eyes with Palpatine. Because then why would you make those eyes only for Anakin when they also should be on Palpatine, but you didn't give us those eyes. You gave us the mole eyes that were not already accurate to the figure that you gave us for Anakin. So it would be a disaster. That's why they can't even joke with that right now. They can be like, oh, guys, look, you're talking about the eyes were wrong. Well, look, this are the real eyes. These are the accurate eyes. But you can't have it. People would lose it. That's why they can't even play with that. That's what I'm telling you. In the pictures, they may look a little bit yellower, fine, but it doesn't mean that they're modified. Again, can they be modified? 100%. They could do whatever they want. But I don't think so, because they'll create their own problems. People will lose them. What do you mean? Now the figure came out at, 400 and change. It's not even released that it's already over 1,200. And you're telling me that it's not even accurate to the eyes, so you're already showing us better eyes, which, again, it doesn't mean that just because they tweak the eyes that we're going to get a whole different figure. Absolutely not. People are talking about the branding of the figure. There's apparently a line that he says, you lack conviction. Okay? Which he said in the Ahsoka show. Darkside Anakin doesn't seem to be branded anything specific. So for whatever reason, people are picking up that line that is on the box that says you lack conviction, and it says - Darth Vader from the Ahsoka show, because it is from the Ahsoka show, that apparently that means that there's going to be another Anakin. What did I tell you guys? When the Anakin conversation, Hot Toys could do whatever they want at any moment. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. They already tweaked the head sculpt. They did the head sculpt twice. The only thing that would be left to do would be, what did I keep saying? If they decide to do a third, a more battle damage head sculpt. So they could milk the head sculpt. It would have to be a third expression for something that if they see that not even released, it's already over 1,000, why wouldn't they do a third one? So that's what I'm saying. It makes sense. It makes sense. Money-wise, it makes sense, right? Release-wise, it doesn't, because they've only done 2 before. There's no reason to make 2 more than 2 all of a sudden. Again, remember, patterns. They could do whatever they want, but does it make sense for them to make more? No. Do they care that it'll devalue anything? Absolutely not. They don't care, because guess what? They already made their money for light side, and they're making their money for dark side, so they don't care. Remember that a lot of the times too, Hot Toys sells for retail. Everything is sold out in the Hot Toy stores for retail. Secret Base, what's the other one? Rebel Base, Toy Sapiens, right? Everything's sold out retail there, and then it gets jacked up by the resellers. So at the end of the day, Hot Toys doesn't care about what anything's reselling, because they're selling at their whatever markup it is, at their Rebel Base, Secret Base. So to them, killing value doesn't mean anything, because the value doesn't go back to them. So they don't benefit from any value left in the secondary market, period. That's what they don't care. That's why they'll kill it all day long. That's the problem. Let me see what you guys are saying. Anybody in here? Did anybody come in? How many likes are we up to, guys? Let me know. Fabs likes the hood rats. I agree, Fab. The hoodie should have been like Palpatine's. Exactly. Correct. It should be perfectly fine to use. It should be perfectly fine to style. It should be, it should be the easiest thing to work with. Are you kidding me? From the moment I saw in the prototype picture, I was like, oh, that looks funky already. And again, in hand, you can tell. And you can't tell if you get Revan first, but once you get both Revan and Starkiller, you're like, oh, this is the same garbage. Same garbage. Again, great figures in the sense of how they look, what they are. But body-wise, accessories-wise, the most basic, that's what I'm telling you. They're going to make a killing with this body. They designed this body for these figures. I have not been a fan of the Last Jedi hoods. They don't let naturally. I have not been a fan. Oh, wait. Oh, Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello!
Guys, there's 42 of you guys in it. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Just says, put your money with your mouth. Yes. Ernesto says, does Howie Chan has a 1/6 scale Howie in his collection? Absolutely not, but I know a bunch of people that do, and I was going to make a custom one of him, myself years ago, and I forgot what happened, and I was like, oh man, and I just never did, and I want one. I want one so bad. How can you be the Hot Toys God without having the Hot Toys God as a figure? Doesn't make any sense. Be the Anakin will look like a dump if you are only dark chocolate. If you ate only dark chocolate for a week. Oh man, I want more legends. 30 likes, guys. Hit the like button. There's one more. There's 39 in here. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Matt, what more would you want for a Legends line? What other figures would you want from a Legends line? While I pull up the next topic. So our next announcement, guys, it is something. This is actually another exciting announcement, and I'm going to tell you why. So this is another giveaway on how Hot Toys is getting into, the sideshow stuff. So number one, exactly what I just mentioned. Look at the fingers intertwined or blended in with the effect. This is when you know that a figure is going to be a good figure, right? Good quality figure. Why didn't they do that with Nihilus? Because Nihilus is a cheap figure. It's a figure that they put together quickly. When you see that they do stuff like that, when they take shortcuts, and then I've noticed this over the years. I noticed, all right, this line, the VGM line, and this is what I tell you guys. The VGM line, to me, it is their cheapest line. I've been telling you guys forever, because it is just every time I get something VGM, it has nothing to do with looking great, because every single Hot Toys figure looks incredible, or else nobody would buy them. I sure as hell wouldn't buy them. So it's not about them looking bad. It's just I can tell when something's like, oh, this feels cheap. This feels, and then when you get another one, it's like, oh, I see what it is. So this is how I could tell you guys with confidence, my opinion on these things, because I have them in hand and I can tell you it feels the same. It feels like this. It feels like that, So this here tells me this is a better quality figure than anything's VGM, anything's Legend at least, because if they couldn't give us, again, Nihilus finger, again, it could be a reason why. It could be because he doesn't do that, right? It could be because it's not accurate to the character. But in general, anytime they give you something like this and then they don't, if the character for whatever reason should have the same effect, but they just choose not to do it and they give you those attachment effects, is their way of taking a shortcut to save money on that specific figure. So I'm glad this happened right away, because this is what they do, right? So this is when they put in money into the figure, right? You can see the outfit. This is a brand newly done outfit, right? The stitching, the tailoring on the outfit. Here is the new cloak that they had to make it for him, brand new, because I don't remember another figure that has the exact same style of cloak or robe, right? Here you could see the threading job on the on this under jacket or undershirt, right? The under robe. Look how the material is fuzzy. Look at the head sculpt too. So as you can see, you can say you could see more yellow in there, and you may, but I can tell you this is 99.9% Darth Maul's eyes. Again, they're not going to give you a completely different product all of a sudden just for this new figure that they can reuse the eyes for. Not happening, not from Hot Toys, right? So the only way that's going to happen is once this line is all done, once the use, right, of these eyes is done, then they'll come out with a figure like they did the Batman and Bat Armory, right? We got a DX19, and we thought that was the end of that. That was the best one. And then boom, we get the Batman Armory with these new style Batmans, these more accurate Batmans. So what are they going to do? Once this is done, and obviously they know that the eyes aren't the same, they aren't accurate, blah, blah, blah. What they're going to do next is come out with a figure that will have the more accurate eyes that everybody wanted. Because this is what they do all the time. They always fix something after the fact. After giving you the figure 15 times, then they give you the most accurate figure again. And I'm telling you this because, like I said, the DX19 should have been the last best Batman we got, and it's not. The MMS 702, I believe, which is, again, the Batman Armory, the acrylic one, with the Bruce Wayne, that Batman, it is the most incredible Batman to date. When it comes to accessories, not much, obviously, besides the entire Batman Armory, right? Face plates, only one, so it's lacking that. They could have easily given us at least one angry and one plain, the one that it came with, to maximize how the figure is utilized or posed. They didn't want to bother because they figured, well, you got everything else with DX19. This is not that type of figure, so you're not going to get everything that you get with a DX19, which is understandable, but it's also a slap in the face. So let me see. Give me Mary J, Dark Malik. So everything you mentioned, if it has something to do with Legends, it will most likely be made. if you personally see that these characters could be made with the bodies that Hot Toys is using, even more of a reason for that you prepare yourself to get them, because they're most likely going to make them. Again, I can't make these quotes because I don't know these characters, but if the body types are the same, if they're that type of character where they look the same and they could reuse those bodies, you better believe it. You know? So 3 Palpatines and such. So we're going to get into that. So as you can see, this head sculpt here is a brand new head sculpt, right? This is a brand new head sculpt, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So this is the figure from Sideshow, right? This is what I mean when I tell you they're getting into what Sideshow's doing. So this is what Sideshow did. Same exact figure that Hot Toys is doing right now, but as you can see from Sideshow. This is 100% Sideshow. As you can see, it's supposed to be the same thing that they did a long, long time ago, right? So again, another, and then I'm going to show you Palpatine again. Same thing with the red robe. As you can see, let me pull it up real quickly so I could show you the. See, so again, this is Sideshow. This is obviously Hot Toys. Look, exactly the same style of outfit, the exact same. Not obviously not the same color because this is darker than here, but here they use slightly darker also here, but obviously not as dark as here. But same exact Palpatine figure, just one is Sideshow and one is Hot Toys. So one thing that I wanted to point out regarding the head sculpt that we were just at. So as you can see, where is it? All right, so here we go. So the head sculpt, like I said, this is a brand new head sculpt. This has to be new. Why? Number one, rolling eyes. This is the first Palpatine looking like this, right? That has the rolling eyes. Clone Wars Darth Sidious obviously has the rolling eyes. Now, you may say, well, why are we getting two head sculpts? Well, number one, it doesn't cost them anything because this head sculpt here is the exact same head sculpt from the Darth Sidious Clone Wars version. Same exact head sculpt. We're not getting anything new. This is not, oh, we're getting two different head sculpts. Absolutely never. Okay. So they're giving you the head sculpt because, again, it doesn't cost them anything because they're already made for Darth Sidious. But by including it in the figure, it makes them look like, oh, man, look, we're getting some value finally. Because to a certain extent, we are. It is not an expensive figure for the two head sculpts, right? This is $265. I believe that was $280 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see right now. $285. All right, so you get two head sculpts at $285. Look at all the stuff you get, right? So it is not a bad deal, but again, it is nothing new. This is not new. This is not fresh. This is not. But the positive thing is, if you're not getting into the Clone Wars line, here's your Darth Sidious. You want him mean, you want him, clean. You're able to do so, right? Like Nathan mentioned earlier, this is a figure that you're most likely going to need two of. Obviously, if you don't care for the both looks, then you're only going to need one. But if you don't have the Clone Wars version, you're going to want to display this head sculpt. I can tell you this head sculpt is a 10 out of 10 head sculpt. It is a great head sculpt. It looks way better in hand than it does in any single picture. One thing that I kept saying about the Clone Wars Darth Sidious was, it is a very basic figure. There's not much to it, blah, blah, blah. And I was 100% correct. But the head sculpt in hand, it is beautiful. The head sculpt, it is a great head sculpt. It is a completely different paint application on it. I can guarantee you, because it's more like a more white, more grayish look to it. This is obviously more skin tone, more real, more realistic, more skin tone, more realistic skin tone. So it's going to look different. And because of the rolling eyes, you could make it look however you want. But this is, the new one. This is the one we haven't gotten before. This is the one that looks, this is the evil way, right? This is the Sith look. So it comes down to, are you only going to get one, and which way are you going to display it, or are you going to go with the two and not have to worry about it? Because again, this is going to be a figure to have two of if you're obviously a fan, if you're a collector, if you don't have the Clone Wars, and even if you do, because I have the Clone Wars version, and I'm telling you, that head sculpt, it is incredible. So, but I ain't mad because I know Uncle Howie's giving us this guy. Unbelievable. Guys, do you guys know? See, first I'm going to play you guys something that you guys may recognize.
Have you ever heard of a psyop?
But with Luch have you ever heard of delusion? A little different, for Luch. We got to tweak it for the LGBTQ community. Carlo, my friend, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Welcome. See? Exactly. The word delusion is derived from the noun luch, from the Mexican verb trance. Unbelievable. So, like I said, it is a very exciting figure. It's going to be a fun figure to figure out which way you're going to pick, which way you're going to display him. This thing looks beautiful as it is. Like I said, these eyes are not any different than Darth Vader's eyes, than Anakin's eyes, right? At all, guaranteed. They're not going to just start making different eyes for different people. Again, if it's a character that needs to have a specific look to the eyes, they will do it. But to them, Sith eyes are Sith eyes, and they don't need to be any different, So that's why they most likely won't bother with that. There is a chance, let me put this out there. Like I said, there is a chance that before release, to make people happy, they will announce, hey, more accurate, Sith eyes. That is a possibility. Remember, that is not unheard of. That is not unfathomable coming from Hot Toys. It is possible. So they can always do that. If they see that people complain a lot about, after getting Darkside Anakin, and really, get annoyed with the whole eye thing, and they really let Hot Toys know, there is a possibility that they could change the eyes if necessary. And again, it doesn't cost them anything, because this is all 1, 2, 3 stuff for them, for their capacity, for their factories. Right? So that's why it's not a big deal. And every time they do that, guess what? They know that they get back on people's good graces every time. So why wouldn't they do it? Again, it's a possibility. Do they have to do anything? No. People are going to buy the figure anyway. So what does that do? It gives third-party customizers a lane to make some money, like OT Customs. I know a bunch of people ordered those eyes. Why wouldn't you? They're more accurate to the figure, to the character. This is what Hot Toys does. By not being movie accurate 1,000,000,000%, they create a lane for somebody else to make that money. Which, again, I don't think they care. But that's what happens. Guys, there's 42 of you guys here. Please hit that like button. How many likes, Thule or Joe? Please let me know. We should be at 40 at least. We should be at 40 at least. Let's see. Let's see who's here to be malicious, and let's see who's here to support. Let's see who wants their bad karma, and let's see who wants their good karma. Let's see how many likes, guys. Let's see. We should be at least 42 likes right now Oh, we got 42. Thank you. Look at that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right. So here's a hoodie, right? As you can see, this is going to look like it's going to be a nice hoodie to work with. It is big. It is thick. No diddy. It is wired 100%. Has to be. You can't do this to any regular non-wired hoodies, right? Here's another shot of the hoodie. Here is him looking at light side Anakin because his eyes are not red. But again, you know, it is a very basic figure when it comes to the outfit, as you can see. Nothing fancy about it. Here is dark side Anakin, as you can see. Tell me the difference between the eyes. Oh, that's right. There is none because, like I said, they will always reuse and again, as a business, it is 100% understandable. This is what I was telling Mike last stream. As a business, if you can get away with reusing things over and over and over so you don't come out of pocket every time, why wouldn't you? Of course you would. Anybody would. It's common sense. Why would you want to constantly keep overpaying for product and tools and supplies that you have sitting there? Makes no sense. Oh, I got 1 million eyes here, but let me go make another 1 million because the paint is different. What? Never. You know, and it's not like the eyes are bad or the eyes are wrong or the eyes are, no, they're Sith eyes. They will work fine. It's just people, again, they got to have that bull sweat accuracy. You know, so that's what I'm saying. You'll never be happy with Hot Toys. If you're looking for 1,000% accuracy, it ain't Hot Toys. It is not Hot Toys. And that's been very clear. They are the most accurate, absolutely, but they're not 100% accurate. Absolutely not. I don't think they've ever claimed to be 100% accurate. If they did, I don't remember. So if somebody knows that, please let me know. If somebody has proof of that, please let me know. Because like I said, I've never seen it and I've never heard it, but I could be wrong. 100% I could be wrong, right? So if somebody has that, you know, proof that says, you know, Hot Toys, we claim to be the 100% movie accurate figure making company. You know what I mean? Because I remember the likeness was a thing. I remember that the likeness, they were claiming that they were, you know, the best likeness at one point. That I know for a fact. But 100% accurate figure, I don't know about that. So that's what I'm saying. So here's Dark Side Anakin. How you can tell is obviously the expression is completely different than the Light Side Anakin. But like I said, same exact eyes. You can say, well, how come they look different? Well, the lighting is going to hit it different. You can see he's got a hoodie on, so he's got a little more shadow here, right? He's got no shadow, so they're going to look different. So here they are side by side. As you can see, one has the robe. The other one doesn't. That's where they look different, but overall, same exact figure. Very basic overall. As you can see, the hands. Look how filthy his hands are here. That's crazy. Look at the detail on those fingernails. That is insane. That is beautiful. That is awesome. It looks like soot in his hands. And then look how clean and detailed and veiny these are. No diddy. Look at that. So, again, very nice figure. Look at that. Mine's going to be displayed like this, but like I said, I have to get to. There is no way. There is no way you're going to miss out. Like I said, if you guys don't have this head sculpt in hand, you have no idea what you're missing. That Clone Wars figure, you know, Darth Sidious is very, 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 you know, plain. It's got the USB lightsaber. It comes with 2 lightsabers. It comes with the hands, with the electrifying hands, right? With the hands, you know, with the electricity attached to the hands. Very, very basic. Very, very, very good accessories wise. You know, when it comes to the outfit, very basic. It's just the robe, right? And with the hoodie, and that's how you display it. That's it. Let me tell you something. It's all head sculpt, the figure. It's a 10 all day long. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So if you don't have the head sculpt, I'm telling you, you're missing out. But I think this is the way to go, at least for me. Now, having light side Anakin Artisan, Dark Side Anakin, Artisan. If you're gonna get them both, with I'm assuming a lot of people are gonna get them both. You can display light side with this guy, dark side with this guy, and it's gonna look insane. Okay, look at that. So again, very basic, bunch of hands, right? Electrifying hands. You get the effects. You get the lightsaber hilts. You get that funky bass that we've been getting. Again, it's just more for height than anything else. Nothing really, great about these bases. Again, I don't care about these bases at all. Never did. But I'm telling you guys, figures, the figure looks insane. And the fact that you get two figures is, what's this? Plus. Oh, positive. And those two on screen, that's why Suzanne is coming. Sculptor for sure. Be positive. Like, unbelievable. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, as you can see, guys, Luch is saying be positive like HIV, and Bob is saying I'm positive like HIV. So, stay tuned for these two when they are on Maury, trying to figure out who gave HIV to who. And then we will. Alexander says, which Darth Sidious Palpatine do you think is the best representation of the character for a Sith dark side display? Which Darth Sidious Palpatine do you think is best representation of the character? Well, I can tell you this. The problem is, you have how many now? You have two versions now. You have the original trilogy version, which is on the throne, and you have the Revenge of the Sith version, which is this one. Right? So now we got two versions. A lot of people don't like the prequels. Right? So again, I don't know what you like. I don't know what your taste is. I don't know. So a lot of people don't like the prequels. Most people love OT. So that's the issue, right? So the best representation comes down to what you think the best representation is. Why? Because it comes down to what movies you like, right? Not everybody likes everything. Not everybody likes the same movies. Again, not everybody likes the prequels. So I can't tell you, well, the best representation of the character is the prequel version. You'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? That's wrong. Because why? Because it could be wrong, or it could be the fact that you don't like that. So why would me telling you that be, why would that be the way it is for everybody? It can't be. So it comes down to what you like, what movies make you think or make you feel this is my Palpatine. This is how Palpatine, this is when I hear about Palpatine, this is how he looks to me, right? We have from Hot Toys right now, we have, like I said, the OT version. We have Clone Wars version, which is the clean version of this one, which is this version right here. This one right here, right? We already have this in hand, right? So we got the OT version on the throne. We got this version in hand, and we're waiting for that creepy one again from Revenge of the Sith, when he's like, grinning, and also same effects and everything. So we're waiting for that too. Again, I don't think that's the best to me, even though I think that is the most, I think that is the best head sculpt. Again, it's not in hand yet, but I think that's going to be the best head sculpt, the meanest head sculpt, right? The more badass looking, the more evil, right? I love it already, and I don't even have it. I can tell you it's going to be a badass head sculpt. He looks devilish. He looks, gone. So to me, I love that, but for somebody else, they could say, well, no, the OT is, the classic way. That's the main look. That's how we saw him, for the very first time. So that's how we got to know Palpatine. You know what I mean? So it comes down to personal preference at the end of the day. Oh my God. And the other Revenge of the Sith one. Right. Correct. That's what I'm saying. So we're getting three from Hot Toys. Right. The only new thing is going to be this one. This is going to be the new one, obviously after the one that's already out for pre-order. This is going to be the last one until, for whatever reason we get something different. So yeah, guys, let me see what else we got for tonight, and then we're out of here. And then don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow as well. We got the release of Prey, which we could get into. So like we talked about on Saturday with Mike on stream, they gave us seamless torso, which again, obviously always more appealing to the eye. As you can see, we didn't get seamless joints. We still got these joints for every Predator. I feel like we're always going to get these joints for these bodies to be how they are. I think these bodies are sculpted, right? They're hard plastic bodies. So I'm assuming, again, this torso here, this I call it a sleeve because it's a sleeve that goes over the body, the actual, plastic body under, right? This is rubberized, obviously, because it has to move when you bend it. It has to do an ab crunch. It has to do an ab extension. So that has to be rubberized. But these arms are hard plastic, right? So, and they've always been hard plastic. You look at any Predator that you own, it's always that same hard plastic arm that is very, very, very rigid when it comes to, articulation. It's not like a flowing articulation, actually a very hard, stiff articulation, at least for the older ones, So hopefully that changed, but I doubt it. I don't think, we've gotten anything new. The only new stuff about this is the design of it. We got an announcement that they changed the hair, that they modified the hair, I guess, to make it more accurate to the movie. Again, something that clearly you've noticed it's been happening more frequently. Doesn't mean that it's going to keep happening with everything, but the fact that they're picking up on it, right, tells you that they're looking to make us as happy as they can. They're not looking to be 100% movie accurate, but they're looking to fix any issues that they see may have people complaining when the figures are released. So this is also the figure with the helmet. Badass looking. So I don't know how I'm going to be displaying this. I think with the helmet looks cool, but I feel like without the helmet looks more scary. So I don't know, maybe with the helmet just for the laser look. Here's him with the spear and the shield, and he's got the cannon in the back. So again, we know what this looks like. It's going to be a beautiful figure. It's going to be a tall figure at that, right? And also another thing, guys, the what's it called? The Badlands? The Predator Badlands show. Do not sleep on figures from that show. Okay, it looks like they are combining already. Remember, it's a Predator show, but there are symbols already and logos of alien stuff already in the trailer. So do not be surprised if we get a ton of stuff from there, or at least, a couple of things. It's a possibility. Remember, we saw the movie Prey come out, and then months, if not a year later, boom, we got the figure. I've always told you guys, Predator and Aliens, they will always make, because they will always make money on it. It is easy money all the time. That's why I'm telling you, Badlands will be making them money. Christian, my friend, welcome. Nice to see you.
Hello!
Guys, I have to be honest. I thought Chucho Collection was a burner for the longest time. But today he joined the group, the Facebook group. So I actually, and Christian, thank you for introducing yourself, because I would have never known it was you. So he introduced himself, and he told us who he was. So thank you for that, my friend. Nice to meet you. Thank you for not being a burner. Victor says, sure, Predator skin looks like an overcooked steak. Unbelievable. Sean, welcome.
Hello!
Darth Sidious with the coin has a brown cloak. How he appeared fighting Yoda Revenge of the Sith. The new Palpatine is what he was wearing when attacked by Mace Windu and the Jedi. Right. Correct. Correcto. So again, this is going to be a great figure, guaranteed. You can't go wrong with it. They don't really, and when it comes to like, what do you call it? Quality wise, right? Things breaking and stuff. I don't think you have anything to worry about with these figures at this point, right? Back then, pegs were breaking on some of these Predator figures, at least for the classic figures, if I remember correctly. So, I don't think that's been happening for a while now. So, don't be afraid of the figure if you're ever afraid of these figures, because there's no reason to be afraid of them. But great figure. This thing is going to get a 10 all day long guaranteed. I'm glad I just pre-ordered mine on Sideshow literally a few weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, maybe not even that long, just because I needed the figure. I knew it was going to be a problem, and I have a feeling that eventually once this sells out, it's going to be a problem. Let me catch one Facebook group. Yeah, guys, Thule doesn't have any social media. This is as far as he goes. Yes, sir. Has Miss One Girl joined? What 6? No, I don't think so. I'm waiting for him to join. I think both of the Predator things this year are movies rather than series. Badlands is definitely a movie. So is it a movie? I thought it was a show. So if it's a movie, then yes, then definitely something's coming. All I'm saying is something's coming from that. If it's a show, something's coming from it. If it's a movie, something's coming from it. But something's coming from it, because again, Hot Toys will always make Predators. They will always make aliens. They'll always make stuff like that. Back to the Future, RoboCop, Terminator. All these things, these classics, because it's easy money. And why would you stop making easy money? Bob says, I wish they make the girl dotted at this point. It would be great, but the problem is, and again, remember that this is not Disney, right? This was Hulu, and Hulu I don't think is owned by Disney. If it is, I don't know. So somebody correct me right away. But the problem is, I'm assuming likeness issues, Again, if it's a Disney thing, then they definitely own it. So it could be only a matter of time. But I think that if they were planning on making her off the bat, I think they would have teased her with his promo pictures. So I don't think so. I don't think they'll make her. Again, can they? Of course. But that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Disney thing or not. Barry says, I finally got the cigar. Tony Stark Headscope posted it in the group. Do you collect fat? I actually posted the video this morning. Garlic. Do you collect? Do you video? Do you YouTube? Do you TikToker? Do you YouTuber? Oh my God. Yeah, guys, my video is up. I actually got the that head sculpt that everybody was making fun of, me being one of them, because they had no teeth. Well, I bought it for my Mark 80 D23 Iron Man figure, and it looks beautiful. So if you want to see what the head sculpt looks like, go check the video out. It's up on the channel already. Maybe hit the like button if you want to be positive. If you like positivity in your life, hit the like button. If you don't like positivity, get ready for your karma, because it's coming. Who doesn't support the channel by watching your videos. I know that. I'm seeing. We are finding this out together, Christian, as you can see. I'm telling everybody, hey, go watch his videos on TikTok. And he's like, you don't even have social media, peasant. Unbelievable. That cigar, Tony, looks more baked than Hey, that is true. I said it on camera. All right, guys, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next